I think the real test of courage is the fact that I've still got you four all in the same spot. God help us all. Hey everyone, welcome back to Tears of the Kingdom. In the last episode, well, I arrived here, the Spring of Courage, and just perused around the area a little bit. And of course, talked about Skyward Sword a little bit. This episode though, Alice is back in control, and what's the plan today?
I don't know, might explore this area a little bit to see what shrines are around.
Okay, no worries. If you couldn't tell, this is the beginning of a whole new recording session, so it's gonna be a cold open. Honestly, it makes me wonder, what is your stance on like doing like test recordings? Is it like a mock episode?
I don't know.
It just kind of warms into recordings.
Might be something to think about.
No. Another thing I thought about is, what if we exercised or just did something to, you know, get our blood pumping, get our minds going, you know, just so we're awake and with it. Ready to talk about episodes and video games and whatnot. I know, 'cause that's something that I've sometimes done. Before we start recording, I've always stretched a little bit just to, you know, open up the veins, so to speak. I don't know. It's a weird thing. I know some Let's Players do something like that in which they get themselves in the zone, so to speak. It's how that you could listen to the music. But it just really all depends on what music you listen to.
Yeah.
For example, you won't want me to listen to like death metal.
Welcome everyone to Tears of the Kingdom. Let's open up this pit, yeah.
That's gonna hurt my voice tomorrow. Seriously, how metal singers do the voice with such consistency is a godsend. I'll be fair, singing itself is a godsend. If you couldn't tell, I have no sense of sound. I'm tone deaf, if that makes sense. Buffalo armadillos. Aren't those the creatures that everyone's been talking about?
I think so, but they also look kind of like bulls.
Yeah, or bisons. We've been hearing those things for a while in this game. You have gems of various qualities over there. Lady, I like that. It is a Don. Dun dun dun! Seriously, one of the best names of a nut-bun in Xenoblade history. Fight me, internet. Four-legged beast sound in southern rain. So far, only 5 of these creatures have ever been spotted in Hyrule. Their diet is a mystery, but what is known that they're easily scared, and their giant homs... I thought said giant homs can be very dangerous. Ah, yes, giant homs. That's one of the worst things that the world could see. A giant shulk boy.
Yeah.
Also, would you look at that?
Also, they eat like Gorons.
Yeah. Oh, so is this how we make the diamonds now out of the Lumina stones? Baby Frank is not of the kind who's giving them anymore. And also, can I say, I can't help but notice that the description said there's only been 5 in existence.
Yeah.
And yet there's 4 of them right there.
Oh, man.
So, is there going to be a quest that says we have to possibly... Oh, he's hidden. Alright, can you cough up a diamond, please?
He just poops it out.
He's looking at you. Maybe give him a few more, see what comes out. We got 38, it's not like we're starving for these things. I really can't tell if these are new creatures to Zelda or if they're currently pre-existing.
I'm half expecting him to poop out a sapphire or something.
Yeah. Oh no, wait, I'm seeing the 5th one over there. Okay, so luckily we don't have to lead one back with a monumental amount of luminous stones. Okay. Maybe try 2 more, because that will make an even 5. Well, even 5. Wow. Wow, I math great. Okay, look. 5 is more satisfying than 3 is, okay? Or 7. Or 9, dare I say.
Yeah, every time he jolts like that, I'm expecting to see a sapphire or something come out the other end.
Yeah. We have a lot of steam as well.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that diamond is a literal steaming pile of shite. Okay, you've given them 5, but they're not giving anything. I mean, try talking to the woman specifically. Maybe she's got something.
Oh. Ah. Hmm?
Oh, hello. Right.
Oh. Ah.
Okay, so nothing about these things yet, but why do I get the feeling they're gonna be a thing soon? Also, here's one just on his own out here. I don't know. I get the feeling this is going to be important at some point. Because why just have like a random farm out here and bring Princess Zelda's name into it with no apparent reason?
Yeah, and I'm expecting it to be how we get those gems as well.
Yeah. Also, I can't help but notice that Zelda enjoyed riding them. Makes me wonder, is it our Zelda or different Zelda?
Probably the evil Zelda,
Not Zelda.
because the one we know is a dragon now.
Yeah. I mean, well, actually, yeah.
The timeline's screwed up, so in that case, everybody here knows the bad Zelda.
True, but at the same time, though, I feel like Zelda really doesn't really care about the whole, like, time travel dynamic. I mean, for God's sake, look at Ocarina of Time, surely that'd be a mess and a half. So I go back and forth and changing things over and over again with little to no consequences. But then again, though, doing time travel is very, very, like, complicated.
I mean, in some ways it does kind of make sense because Zelda going back in time and turning into a dragon ruined the Breath of the Wild timeline, and that's why nobody knows. Well,
Here's the thing, though. We're back in normal time. Everyone knows us and Princess Zelda went into the abyss beneath Hyrule Castle. So, they know what happened.
Yeah.
Again, it's video games, dude.
Well, I was gonna mention that explains why no one seems to know about the divine beasts, but the divine beasts were brought up, I think.
I'm about to say, yeah, and here's the thing, if Zelda was a plant, as in like the Zelda, if this game makes any sense and the Zelda we know was the fake Zelda all along, you really think she would have let us defeat Ganondorf at this point in time? Yeah, I don't think so. Again, it's a video game, man. You could take a few liberties. I mean, to be fair, I think it's fair to say humans, we never found out time travel, did we?
Uh-uh.
No, because if we didn't, why isn't everything euphoric or whatnot? Why hasn't anyone come back in time and said, nah, don't do this? Okay. That guy's electrifying.
Blood Moon, where are you? I know you've been waiting to show your... Oh, yep.
Now, here's the thing. Are you finally going to accept your fate?
I guess I have to.
Look at it. It's looming over yonder. It wants to see you. You've been avoiding me for so long.
I mean, how many times can we keep going to the depths to delay it before it forces itself upon us?
I don't feel like it can, because the depths, it needs to render. So, it probably is what it's doing. Again, the Switch, as well as this game, I feel like is programmed very smartly in a way that it keeps track of all the things that have been taken, logged, and it keeps it in a buffer. But it honestly makes me wonder how much of that buffer can hold out pretty much. Because it's got to get to a point in which, you know, it can only keep track of so many things. But yeah, I feel like one of the reasons why it hasn't happened yet is because it's too busy rendering the depths. And because you've got to keep in mind, whenever you see fog in the overworld, whether it's from the Sky Islands or in distance, that's not just for atmospheric effects. That's practical. Yeah, I'll talk about it in a little bit once Blood Moon's initially gone. Come on, fake Zelda, bring it up. I finally get to give my speech again. Okay.
Link, you interrupted me. That was rude.
Link, I will kill you. I mean... Hi, Link. Yes, I am Zelda. Clearly. I guess we're here, and this is some of the things that I love talking about. Especially back when games were going into 3D, they had to render a lot of things, and the consoles at the time, you know, they were primitive. Let's put it that way, especially compared to nowadays. For example, if you showed, like, say, a bog standard PlayStation 1 this, oh, it would melt in a heartbeat. Absolutely melt in a heartbeat. It could not handle it at all. And back in the day, just having a PlayStation 1 or anything else render like a complete clear 3D plane with graphics, particle effects, models, characters, audios, programming triggers, and all that jazz, it honestly couldn't handle it. So something that they did is that they have fog. And what that fog does, it obscures and covers up things that haven't loaded yet.
Yeah.
And as you get closer to the object, the fog fades and the game has had time to render those things in the background. Because essentially the way that games work is with the camera, especially because the camera is the heart and the vocal point of the game. So whatever the camera is seeing, that's the point of the processing power.
Mm-hmm.
And everything, the camera operates in a kind of render bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it's in this bubble, everything is highly detailed and is shown as it should be. Everything else is kind of either blurred or made obscure. And in all honesty, some games actually use the limitation to its advantage. One of the best examples is the original Silent Hill on a PlayStation, in which that game is, you have a very short field of view. As like example, you can't see much because there's a heavy amount of fog in there.
Mm-hmm.
But it worked to the effect because it's a horror game. You can't see much in front of you, so it builds up the tension. And on the forefront, it also keeps things rendering smoothly in the background. It's one of the reasons why I love the Spyro the Dragon series, because a method they created is if things are close to you, high detailed, but if something is far off in the distance, the quality of the model and rendering is lower. But as you slowly go closer, it actually becomes more HD. Yeah, and a lot of games took that, learned from that, and have utilized it. Long story short, it is really fascinating on what developers can do with either gimmicks, innovations, or even with limitations. It's one of the reasons why video games is such a marvel when it comes to programming and engineering.
Yeah.
It's an artistic form, and it's also fantastic too. So what do you have here then? You have a homing shot, a light, a cannon, and a battery. What in God's name are they expecting you to make with this? Or probably just nothing, just, you know, it's just there for parts. I do kind of really wish that you could pick up the random Zonai devices and just add them to your own inventory.
Yeah.
And I understand that might make it OP. Fair enough. But something you could always do is you could make it a reward. Maybe like a hidden treasure. Be like, hey, you found, I don't know, the Zonite Pokeball.
We've picked up some treasure chests and they've had like...
Oh, so they've had Zonite devices in there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know what? That kind of does bring up another point. Like, if you can get them in the chest, then that makes them a physical manifestation. So why can't you just do the same things for existing things you find in the overworld? Oh no. It's a bit of a internal conflict, I feel.
Yeah.
A bit of inconsistency. It's like we want to make it convenient, but we don't want to make it too OP. Well, there's a cave. Yeah, goodbye. Like I don't like you. Good for you, buddy. I don't care. Don't mind me. Just going for a shroom. Well, you found Apple Woods.
I wouldn't say that because that was on Satori Mountain.
I know. Okay, fine then. You found apple tree. A singular apple tree.
Yeah.
That was alive. I wanted to kill you. Stupid tree.
Yeah.
Should take an axe to you. Good job, guys. I clearly saw what you did there. Good lord. Guys, I don't know what you're up to. Just take care of him, please. If there's an enemy nearby, just do it when I'm not paying any attention. Oh, so that's what the small bits of shaking is coming from.
I thought it was a tree that was gonna come to life, and I was just about to ask if there was any visual indication on what trees are alive or not.
No. It's just apparently that there's rustling trees.
I think this is where, this is where the brothers were.
Yeah, well, look what's become of them now.
They've died.
They've died. And they're not coming back to life.
Probably because they're stalmuxes and they only do that at night.
Joy of joys. Yeah, well, guys, I think on that note, I think it's just been a nice, chilled episode. But talk about game design. I don't know. It's one of the things to enjoy the medium you love.
Mm-hmm.
So then, guys, thank you all for watching. If that's the episode, then please be sure to like it. And of course, if you want to follow us on this Tears of the Kingdom journey, then by all means subscribe to see more. And we'll see you next time. Until then, see you next time. He is a dragon. He's a big boy. Big icy boy.
He's coming right for me.
He wants to eat you. I am majestic AF. Admire me. And my music.
I'm glad they didn't change the music.
Nah.